Hi, I'm Felicia, owner and operator of Therapy for the Soul, and this is the weekly Archangel Michael message for the week of April 13th. So each week I tune into the realm of the angels. Archangel Michael, specifically this year, asked me to be a messenger for his messages. Angel just means messenger. There's a really beautiful thing about connecting to your angels. It really adds a little sprinkle of magic into your life. To know that there are these beings of love that are supporting you, that want to see you be successful, that love you. Here's the thing. In order to really tune into them, it requires a level of surrender to create a quiet space within you. There's this beautiful word that I was contemplating this morning as I was getting ready for the video, and it's this word I learned in yoga, and it's stillness. And this stillness is deep within the heart. And I was telling the story yesterday in one of my Reiki classes about a moment of awakening when I had such a moment of stillness. And I'd been struggling with a lot of health issues and depression and just a myriad of trouble. And in a moment of desperation, I just said, I don't know what to do. Somebody help me. And at that time, I really didn't even contemplate angels or God or anything along those lines. And in that, I started paying attention to what was around me. And everywhere I went, I kept hearing about yoga. So I took a yoga class. It was just at a local gym. And I remember I wasn't really into it. It was like doing all these weird twisties and, turning this way and that. And my body hurt and I wasn't that happy in it. But at the end they called it relaxation, some know it as Shavasana. And I was lying on the ground and there was just this beautiful moment. As if everything stopped and this channel of anxiety just clicked off. And there was quiet, stillness. It touched me so deeply that when I sat up, I had tears in my eyes. And I thought, I need more of that. It was what was the catalyst for me to continue to go to classes, which eventually led me to becoming a yoga teacher, which led me to Reiki, to everything that I'm doing right now, and that was in the year 2001. It was even prior to my children. That moment gave me a lot of faith and trust that I could get better, and I trusted and I kept going. And here's the thing about stillness is often we're trying to make it be still in our life, like stop everything. But the world, T.S. Eliot says, the world is constantly evolving and changing. And in moments when we can get still, it's like we hold on to this sublime moment of peace. So this week, I feel like he's guiding us to listen. So even right now, if you close your eyes, just listen to your environment. What's the sounds you hear? What's coming in? Do you have music on? Is the TV on? Are there children? None of it's right or wrong. Just know what's being inundated into your system. Sometimes it's good to just wake up and sit in the quiet. Before you pick up your phone, before you turn on the TV, before you start inundating your body with other things. One practice that I like to do is I wake up and I start with Reiki, which is this beautiful sweet energy that channels through. And then I go into deeper states of prayer, theta healing, where I connect to the theta brainwaves, and in that allow for messages to come through me. It's really hard to receive a message from the divine if we're full of noise and news and showing if you start your day with news and fear and all of these things. And it's not wrong to know what's going on in the world, but what do you start your day with? Those first thoughts that come into your mind will be carried with you throughout the day. So there was this week, there was a few challenging moments when I was going through some trainings and I'd get quiet and I'd heard, let go, let God. It wasn't something that I contrived. I heard that. And in that moment, I was like, okay, I can get through this moment. So if you get quiet, and I encourage you to get quiet right now and ask Archangel Michael to help to clear out the noise and chatter within you. and tune you into your heart. And you can do that very simply through breathing. And ask him to help to guide you to stillness this week, to get into quiet places, to listen to your internal self, to move past the voice of criticism and demands, the opinions and ideas of others, and really take and capture moments of stillness. Maybe you do that on your yoga mat, maybe you do that in nature, maybe you do that where? There's so much beauty in the world, and we need to hear it, so we need to listen. There's so much beauty inside of you. You just need to listen. So I'm asking what we can do. So in order to really listen, you gotta relax a bit. So take time somewhere to purposely and intentfully create moments of release and relaxation. Do you do that? Probably not. Take moments to find conscious relaxation. Just get quiet. And just this. Just listen. And watch if you'll tune in, and I do this thing with the throat chakra, and tune in everybody to the noise around, and then start editing and saying, focus on that, and then turn that hearing inside and listen to your heartbeat. When you listen to your heartbeat, it connects you to your heart chakra, and that's really where the angels guide to listen from. And Archangel Michael is showing his sword in this card. And ask him to cut out the distractions for you. Say, when I'm paying attention, I'm listening to something that doesn't matter. Tune me out of that. So when I was in that yoga class, I was tuned into anxieties and fear all the time. It was like a constant channel. You know, when you have background music all day, you don't even hear it. But then you turn it off and it's like, ooh, who stopped that? You can stop that. So even when you hear this, after this video, you try and go through the house and turn off all the noise. And then just sit for a moment. And listen. And then listen. And here's another thing. Pray. So send out your prayers, right? What it is that you're asking. But in order to receive an answer, you gotta listen. So when you ask somebody a question, most of the time you're already replying to your own question. What if you really listened and you could receive the answer? So prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening. So what if you really practiced, right? Knowing the answer is on its way, and you got to hear it. Tune into it. Listen. Just listen. The world is speaking to you. Listen to that bird chirp. What do you hear? If you're always talking, how will you listen and receive your answer? So remember, prayer, yes. Speak to God. Speak to your angels. Speak to yourself. And then listen for the answer. And get quieter and quieter and quieter, quieter and quieter. And know it takes a little bit. Then you're just like drifting down. And find that stillness within you this week. It's there. Create the conditions for it. Relax. Let go. Get outside. Take a few deep breaths. So I bless you this week. And I ask you to listen, just still point. Find your still point. Archangel Michael, your angels, everybody's on your side. If you want to learn more about connecting to the angels, this Thursday night I'm beginning the Archangel Activation Series, teaching about the angels, tuning you in. This Friday at Stone Soup, I start the Chakra Series. We start with the root chakra, learning how to get grounded. There's so much that can help you. Just pick something and do something this week that gets you into a quieter state. So I bless you. I send out angel blessings. Namaste.